Criticism comes to all. It stings, it wounds. It shakes your mind. Hate is heavier. It burns, it blinds. It isolates. Mockery is cruel. It mocks your effort, mocks your dreams, mocks your soul. The Stoics faced these too. Not less, not softer. They faced it head on. They didn't run. They didn't fight back with anger. They didn't break. They learned to see criticism, hate, mockery for what it is: noise, distraction, a reflection of the other person's weakness. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you are insulted, remember it is your opinion that is being attacked, not your worth." Seneca taught, "Let the opinions of others fall away like leaves in the wind." Stoics trained their minds to build armor, not from steel, but from wisdom. They asked, "Who is hurting me? Is it the critic? Or is it me?" For caring, they chose not to be hurt, because pain is from within, not from without. Criticism is noise, hate is fire, mockery is shadow, but your mind is light, your soul is flame, your spirit is unbreakable. The Stoics held this truth, and so must you. When someone hates, it says more about them than about you. Their hate comes from fear, from pain, from weakness. It's their burden, not yours. You don't have to carry it. You don't have to answer it. Silence is your weapon. Calm is your shield when mocked. Remember, mockery is a mask. It hides insecurity. It hides jealousy. It hides ignorance. Didn't waste your energy on their mask. Focus on your truth. Stoics practiced self-control. They refused to be slaves to emotions of others. Their power was in response, not reaction. You choose your response, not the world. You can respond with anger or with wisdom, with hate or with grace. The Stoics chose grace because it disarms, it confuses, it wins. You don't have to fight fire. With fire you can be the water that extinguishes it. Criticism, hate, mockery are temporary. Your peace is permanent. You protect your peace like a fortress, like a sacred temple. No one can enter without your permission. The Stoics taught this boundary, this sacred self-respect. When you hold it, you are untouchable. Criticism can be a tool if you use it right. Not all criticism is bad. Not all hate is blind. Sometimes it's truth wrapped in harsh words. Sometimes it's a mirror showing where you can grow. The Stoics didn't ignore all criticism. They filtered it. They took what was useful. They discarded the rest. This is wisdom. To listen without losing yourself. To learn without being broken. Hate and mockery rarely contain truth, but sometimes they do. So check your heart. Be honest with yourself. Are you resisting growth? Are you avoiding change? Use criticism to sharpen, not to wound, to build, not to break. But always keep your center. your peace, your self-respect. Stoics knew. You cannot control what others say, only how you hear it and what you do next. This is your power, your freedom. No one can hurt you. Without your consent, you are the gatekeeper of your mind, of your soul. Criticism, hate, and mockery are tests of character, tests of strength. Pass these tests, and you grow. Fail them, and you fall. Choose to grow. Stoics faced public scorn. They faced personal attacks. They faced mockery. They could have broken lesser men, but they held firm because they knew who they were, not defined by others' voices, but by their own reason and virtue. They cultivated indifference, not apathy, indifference to things outside their control, apathy to insults that don't serve them. This is freedom, freedom from the need to be liked, freedom from the chains of approval. When you refuse to be shaken, you take power away from critics. You rob hate of its fuel. You leave mockery powerless. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we control. Our thoughts, our actions, our character, not on what others say, not on how others try to hurt us. You can choose to listen or choose to ignore. You can choose to respond or choose to rise above. The Stoics chose to rise above every time they saw criticism as a chance to reflect hate, as a chance to strengthen resolve. Mockery as a chance to practice patience. They turned pain into power, rejection into resilience, attack into armor. This is the way, the Stoic way. The Stoics understood the difference between external judgment and internal worth. External judgment is out of your hands. It's the noise of the world. Your job is not to control it, but to control your reaction. Internal worth is your true value. It comes from your choices, your virtues, your integrity. When critics attack, they target the outside. They cannot touch your core. Remember that. Hold it close, and you become unshakable. Mockery can feel personal, but it is often shallow, empty words thrown from weakness. Don't give them power. Don't invite them in. Don't waste your energy. Hate is the loudest cry from the weakest hearts. It tries to pull you down, but you rise higher because your strength is from within. Stoicism is not about ignoring pain. It's about mastering pain, about choosing peace over chaos. The next time you face criticism, hate, or mockery, remember you are stronger, you are wiser, you are free. You hold the key to your own peace. Use it wisely. When you stand strong in the face of hate, when you respond to mockery with calm, when you see criticism as a lesson, not a wound, you become like the Stoics, unshaken, unmoved, unbreakable. You understand that no one controls your mind. No one controls your soul. Only you. You build a fortress inside, made of wisdom, made of patience, made of virtue. You don't react with anger. You respond with grace. You don't chase approval. You chase truth. You don't live for applause. You live for peace criticism. Hate and mockery are tests of your character. They are the fires that refine you. Pass through them, and you become gold. Pure, strong, valuable. The Stoics showed the way. Now it's your turn. Rise above the noise. Choose your response. Master yourself, because that is freedom. That is power. That is true strength.